allow the children. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, my ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, my ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, my ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego diary politico, my ego don't come, this man not the off in mind, my ego don't come, aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get what he supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, my ego. You go show na paper. My ego diary political. So my people make you shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we laugh, oh, yo. Come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to the Temple of Truth again. Brethren, there is something called Igbophobia, and it is more prevalent in northern part of Nigeria. It is also very evident in the western part of Nigeria, Yoruba land. In northern part of Nigeria, it is more prevalent in the Arewa area, the Sharia area of northern part of Nigeria. And the proponents, or should we call them the proponents, of this Igbophobia, they are mainly the Islamic clerics, the evil-minded, divisive Islamic clerics of northern Nigeria. Northern part of Nigeria, where is mostly the Sharia path, is where they have used religion to hold people back for decades. And it is not mainly because of the religion per se, or for the benefit of the religion. It is mostly using religion to hoodwink and cage people for political power and political control. There are Islamic clerics from northern Nigeria who are so evil that they have become the recruiting centers for what is today bedeviling the northern part of Nigeria, terrorism. They have also become so powerful, not only or over the poorest of the poor of the north, including the political elite of the north. And because of this, most of them are shielded from the consequences of their actions, even when or whenever they are fingered in the act of terrorism, aiding and abetting it, encouraging it, and on like that. Because of these Islamic terrorists, clerics from northern Nigeria, who have become so powerful, the political class not only use them to control the vast majority of their people, they also use them to spread hatred, tribalism, bigotry, and indeed terrorism as well. This is something that most people from southern part of Nigeria are mostly alien to. Like, it's kind of alien to us. But thank God for APC. I said thank God because they are those who have kind of make a lot of us more interested in demystifying this evil contraption, which is mostly controlled by these born-to-rule criminals from northern Nigeria. Education is haram in northern part of Nigeria, not for Islamic reason, but just for political control reasons. One of them is Yahaya Jingir, a born, or is older man now, right? A born criminal who has been hiding behind religion to do the job or the dirty work of the political class. In 2023, when they were pushing their Muslim-Muslim agenda at the time, he is also one of the arrowhead of those who called the non-Muslims infidels. In fact, in northern part of Nigeria, an infidel is somebody who is a non-Muslim. And even if you are a Muslim, it depends on the type of Muslim that you are or the type of Islam. If you are not in the same boat with them, you are still considered as an infidel. And during the 2023 charade, the likes of Jingir, they got paid very well. In fact, before the advent of APC, the likes of Jingir have been very useful to the CPC gang, the terrorist group turned political group called the CPC, led by Bokwari. The CPC that went into an alliance with ACN of thiefnubu from Yoruba land, and then PDP of Atiku and Saraki in forming the APC. The likes of Jingir have used their Arabic knowledge sort of to make people believe that their reward is in heaven, just like the pastorpreneurs of the South who have used religion to calm the nerve of their own sheepies in the southern part of Nigeria. Same way that the Southerners, who are mostly Christians, would rather pray to God to intervene, God to come and save them from the hands of the cold-hearted criminals called the political leaders from the south. The likes of Jingiri, I'm using the likes because there are many in northern part of Nigeria. These are pure jihadists, terrorists, wearing and wrapping their hairs with a full bed sheet, master bed sheet, the master bed sheets, kind of, or a full length of house cotton, in deceiving the gullibles by telling them that whatever it is that the situation has become in Nigeria, the northerners, the supposed their own chippies, are to only pray to Allah. They must never question their leaders, because if they did try to question their leaders, they are going to Jahannama. Jahannama means hellfire. So they are to pray for their leaders. They are to always pray for their leaders, even if their leaders are a bunch of criminals, looters, pedophiles, and on and on. They must never question their leaders. Now, you see this divide, the north and the south. The likes of Jingiri have been smiling to the bank. I'm talking about taking a hell of a money, not only from the criminal politicians that are looting and then underdeveloping their region, okay, destroying their people. They are making more money from even Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and any other Islamic country that, that find them as a useful tool. So this kind of man called Jingiri was one of those who also believed that Bokwari that got beaten by Goodluck Ebere Jolantan in 2011 was believed to have been rigged. And that led to the killings of over 800 people because Bokwari lost. Their preachings have led to different kind of killings in northern Nigeria. Their own idea of Islam, or their own idea of Nigeria, is that Nigeria is an Islamic country, and the southern part of Nigeria is just the extended estate of their forefather, the first terrorist in Nigeria history, Uthman Dan Fodio, a man that was selling jazz. He was selling a ring in northern part of Nigeria. Back then, it was an area controlled by the Hausa kings. He was accommodated until he kind of gained the trust of some of the young people from that part. And he led the first jihad that saw to the killings of the Hausa leaders from that part. I'm giving you this background because the likes of Jingiri didn't fall from the sky. There is also a man called Gumi, is dead now. His son, Sheikh Osama bin Gumi, you know him, is also one of them. Those who believe that no matter what, no matter how long it takes, Nigeria is going to be an Islamic country, and killing the infidels, non-Muslims, is actually the wish of the Allah. Read your hadith. The hadith says, if you kill the unbelievers are those who don't believe their own kind of religion, their own type of Islam. Sure you get. So when the idea of Muslim-Muslim came, introduced by the APC, oh my God, it was like a lottery, a jackpot for the likes of Jingiri. So they went to work straight up, to work on the psyche of their supposed chippies in northern Nigeria. There's nothing they didn't say. Oh my God. Muslim, one Muslim is better. One Muslim is good. Two Muslim is better. So anybody who tried to campaign for any other party in northern part of Nigeria is challenging Allah. In fact, it's kind of committing blasphemy. And blasphemy is punishable by death. You have no idea how much of this intimidation they spread in northern part of Nigeria. But he didn't do it for free. He was paid. Even though others who listen to his likes every Friday, right, believes that they are listening to a prophet or a messenger of Allah. Here you get. Since you can read Arabic, if you can read Arabic in Nigeria, you will be called Sheikh, Alhaji or Afar, or something like that. Here you get. So if you can read the Bible and quote it in the southern part of Nigeria, you will be called a pastor, man of God. Now God call you. These are a bunch of opportunists, freeloaders, right? low-life criminals that can only thrive in a contraption like Nigeria, unfortunately. But they do have a lot of followers and listeners, even when they are talking nonsense. So, ladies and gentlemen, Muslim-Muslim Ticket has now burnt everybody's finger, especially the northerners, the northern part of Nigeria, which has suffered greatly in the hands of the terrorists. Most of them recruited by the likes of this man, Jingiri, who have told them that jihad is the only war fighting for Allah. Meanwhile, this Jingiri of a guy, this old rogue, was willing to go all org. He actually went all org for a drug dealer, a drug addict, the druggie, certificate forger, a treasury looter, thiefnubu, the jaga banditi, the jaga addicti, the jaga were, aṣíwájú àwọn olè, aṣíwájú àwọn agbèrò. He went all org. It's not haram. It wasn't an haram. Allah was okay with that. Allah was very comfortable with a drug pusher, a drug dealer. Can you believe that? So this actually gave them up. I mean, like, it really gave them up. So somebody like us, we felt like people like Jingiri, if indeed they actually heard from Allah, they would never be associated with a drug dealer. They would never be associated with a terrorist sympathizer like the shitty man of Borono. But you are lying. I mean, you are deceiving yourself. You think terrorists and the rest of them don't actually know themselves. In fact, it has been confirmed that most of the children they recruited into Boko Haram, Fulani terrorism, and all of this, most of them have been fed with all kinds of drugs that most of these Olori Buruku Afas, Sheikh from northern Nigeria possibly take themselves. Right? So he endorsed Muslim tickets. It was all fun at the time. They assembled them in Kano, where they gave them 15 million naira. The likes of Jingiri probably got more. Of course, he got more to endorse a drug dealer, Muslim. Remember? You see their ship is there. Ayawa. Allah Akbar. Allah. They didn't know that now the Sheikh will go finish all of them. That they shout Allah Akbar for. I mean, it is so shameful that you will see that do people actually lack senses enough that these illiterate people like that Jingiri will stand in front of you and make you believe that once you shout Allah Akbar, your problem will be gone. Allah Akbar, Yahwa, Muslim. Don't go and follow the Inyamiri are the Igbos. Yeah, to them, Inyamiri is the Igbo. And the infidels are the ones they call the unbelievers. The kafirin. I've been a kafirin. Forgetting the fact that in economy, like you have in that contraption, The Muslims they don't have their own different markets. They do not have their own different economy. You are all going to exist in the same country. Good or bad, you are going to exist in the same place. But what majority of those people who listen to this kind of man, what they didn't know then was that he is not doing it for free. No, he's not. People using your religion to tell you that when somebody is from your religion, or somebody is from your tribe, that person is going to treat you well. Or if the Nigeria begin to go up in smoke, you are not going to be affected. Now, it got so bad, especially in northern part of Nigeria, that people now said, they wanted to protest end bad governance. The same Jingiri was called Afa Alaji Abina Sheikh. Jingiri, we need you again. You need to go and tell these people that they must not protest, rather they must pray for their leaders, that this hardship that they are facing in Nigeria, they are facing it in China, they are facing it in America, they are facing it in the UK. It's not thiefnubu that is causing this. The reason why you are paying too much, he even said, the reason why people were paying too much for petroleum at the time was because the Igbos increased the price. It's not thiefnubu that removed subsidy. It was the Inyamiris that removed subsidy. He told his audience that. I have the video, I'll show you. That man, this was like after a year that their Muslim-Muslim, their Mumu tickets don't burn them. The Sheikh is already everywhere. They called him to help them do the job again. And guess who he blamed for the downturn of everything in Nigeria? The Igbos. The Inyamiri. Thiefnubu did not. It's not thiefnubu that is causing this hardship. It is the Inyamiris because they are the ones who are increasing everything. Not thiefnubu. Do you remember that I said that? Here.
Masuka da Muslim-Muslim. Suna neman wai su sa musulmi su kijininka in Nigeria.
He actually said the problem is not Muslim. This was him defending the Muslim after a year. Where the Sheikh don't they burn everybody. Where hunger won't finish everybody. Where hunger they come up people's eyes. He said the problem is not Muslim tickets. And the Inyamiris who are the ones who are doing everything to make sure that thiefnubu fail. Listen.
Masuka da Muslim-Muslim. Suna neman wai su sa musulmi su kijininka yan Najeriya su kijininka ka tafi nemo wa Najeriya alheri a ƙasar China sai suka wop kan ka dawo sai suka ce an ƙara mai ko bai ba lokacin da aka ce an ƙara mai din yana ƙasar kafin a ƙara yana da haƙin ya sani ko babu mataimakinsa na da haƙin ya sani ko babu. To bayan sun faɗa sai abin da ya kamata a bada sanarwa sati ɗaya ko biyu za a yi ƙari shiru sai ka an ƙara wani ma bai ji ma an ƙara ba sai da aka je gidan mai saka ga wur an canja ya koma kaza dan faɗa da gwamnatin muslim mai faɗa da muslim Allah ka isar mana a kansu. Wai al'ummar musulmi anya ba za a gane kafiran nan suna kin Islam ba. Su zagi shugabanninmu na musulmi su ba ku kudi su ce zagi ubanka, su ba ka kudi su ce zagi malaminka, su ba ka kudi su ce zagi shugabanninka. Wace hauka ce ta kama ka? Allah ka kebo bayi. Shugaban ƙasa Ahmad Bola Tinubu, wallahi mun zaɓe ka saboda Allah ba kudi ka bamu ba. In kudi ka bamu muka yarjejeniya da kai ka fito ka gaya wa duniya. Jama'a muna son gwamnatin muslim ko akwai mara santa. Muna so saboda Tinubu ko dan Allah, don Allah, saboda Tinubu ko dan kudi, don Allah, saboda Tinubu ko dan kabilanci, don Allah, Allah ka karba mana. Kar ku yadda ku yi wasa da ƙuri'arku. Ko yan yara da gobe fito wai zuwa zaben local government wai masu wani yana so wani ya so ku goma a kansila daya ku bar wa mutum daya amma ba dan ni ba dan Allah. Jama'a dukkan unguwa mu je duk wanda ya mana taurin kai kar mu zaɓe shi mu bi ƙuri'unmu a gwada a gani. Aka ce ai yanzu an koma yayin murɗiya, kai na ce komai nisan dare.
It's not the fault of Tinubu. It's not the fault of Muslim-Muslim. Some people are trying to destroy Tinubu's government. It didn't stop there. Right? Today, his new video, his new lunacy hits the wave again. And according to him, the Igbos did not vote for Muslim-Muslim tickets. But the Igbos are the major beneficiaries today. That's what he said. Listen.
Babu inyamurin da ya zaɓi Muslim in ka cire irin su Malam Ibrahim Ogu da shi da danginsa. Sauran sun zaɓa? Ta yaya kuke ɗiban kuɗin gwamnati kuna basu? Yaya kuɗin noma kun ƙi bamu? Yaya kuke yin wata siyasa ƙarya? Ku ba da 'yan kuɗi kaɗan a noma, ku ce 'yan arewa sun cinye kuɗi, ba gaskiya ba ne. To wani sai ce Yarabawa ne da Hausawa da Fulani, ko ba Hausawa a gwamnatin Muslim ba Fulani a gwamnatin Muslim ba bare-bari a gwamnatin Muslim. To Muslim na farko musulmi ne Bayarabi, Muslim na biyu musulmi ne Babarbari, ko ba haka ba ne? To za mu ce ba mu a cikin gwamnatin ne? To yaya aka yi mun ba mu gana mu rabon ba? Ya za dinga danna mana bashi na ƙarya, inyamurai da ba su yi gwamnatin ba su ɗebe kuɗi ba a bincike su ba sai mu. Kai wannan bai yi ba, wannan bai yi ba. Ina malam
ga babban bakonan kaya karmu
yawwa na yi sa'a.
He's a pure criminal. Now let me tell you what he's saying there. Somehow I know Ahmed is watching. Is Ahmed here? Ahmed is going to help us later. Don't worry. The Igbos did not, the Inyamuris did not vote for this Muslim tickets. But today they are the biggest beneficiary. They do not lack kudi. They do not lack money. They are not hungry. But it is them, the Arewa, that the government is now investigating for diverting agricultural allocation, money, food that were given to them in northern Nigeria. Most of them diverted to personal use. So he's actually telling his audience that the government of Tinubu is investigating them for diverting agricultural allocations. But they are not investigating the Igbos, who never supported the Muslim tickets. Today they have money, they have food, they are not complaining. So the bottom line is that a lot of them in his mosque there, they were all saying, yeah, like they agreed with him. I don't know how long it's going to probably take them before they begin to attack, the Igbos in northern Nigeria. Sure, you get. It's not new. I think the Igbos who live in northern part of Nigeria have always been there enough that, many of them have been there for years. They have witnessed all kinds of uprisings and attack on them, but they still didn't leave and probably won't leave. So when you see incitement and why an average person, an average person is just going to personally just say, I hate the Igbos or I hate the Yorubas. Go and look at the people that are preaching to them and what they are saying to them every Friday in that large gathering. When they promoted their Muslim ticket, the Mumu tickets, I thought it was meant to kind of make life better for all of us. So if you if you stood by a Muslim ticket and it's now biting everybody, how about you take responsibility? The Igbos are business people, Abi. And I think somebody said that on this platform before, that it is such a stupid thing for anyone who is not an Igbo person or even an Igbo person to say, all of us are going to suffer it. You are just so stupid enough to not see that. If your government increases the price, for example, as they increase the price of petroleum, PMS, an Igbo man will transport his goods, Sabi. Same way as they increase the tariff, import tariff. The Igbo man is a marketer, is a seller, is a trader. So whatever is going to sell to you, every cost of bringing that thing to you will be added to the cost of the what you are buying. You are going to pay for it. You can't really punish an Igbo man in Nigeria economically. It is impossible. So some of them even said, I have seen where the Ronukus have said that there is a research that, yeah, things are very expensive in Nigeria, cost of living crisis. But if you go to the eastern part of Nigeria, it is not as expensive as other. It should be. The fact that they do not have seaport, they do not have international airports to bring anything in per se. They do not control your custom. Or what is that? Yeah, they do not. So everybody that is charging them, when you go to Igbo land, right, you will see like hundreds of roadblocks where people who are bringing stuff from other part of Nigeria to the eastern part of Nigeria. You will see that a lot of roadblocks that are charging them, taking bribes from them. All of these are supposed to be added to the final produce. Abi? But things are still kind of cheaper in the east. Because now the rest of us go pay. The rest of us are going to pay. We have been paying. And the people who are making the policies, making the decisions, even if they probably have in mind to punish the Igbos in Nigeria, indirectly, they are actually punishing themselves, in my own opinion. If an Igbo man says, the amount I used to spend to clear 10 40-foot container is what I'm now spending to clear just 2, he won't still be out of business. To him, it's just a moment. It's just a time, probably a phase. And if it remains permanently this way, now go pay. The worst case scenario, Abi, he won't need to buy 10 containers to import 10 containers. He will import 2 and use the money he normally used for importing 10 or clearing 10 containers. He will use that to clear 2. Then he will put the cost of 10 containers on 2. So which means you will pay times 10 of what you normally should have gotten cheaper. You will pay. I remember when Shittiman said they were going to case the Igbos out of a business. They were going to build, drug manufacturing companies. They are going to build Koolu, this and that. It's been 9 years now. They haven't built any Koolu in Kano. They have not built any drug manufacturing companies that will bring the cost of medicine, drugs, right, down. In northern Nigeria alone, talk less of another part of Nigeria, and let the Igbos pay more. He said it in that audio. He said the Igbos will make sure that Igbos pay more. But they've not been able to do that. Rather than the Igbos to pay more in Nigeria, now they pay more through your noses. And right now, the Muslim-Muslim ticket has now turned to a curse, a total ruin and destruction. And with this guy is still there with his Igbophobia, inciting their Muslim listeners. And he said something in there when he said, The government is investigating them for diverting agricultural allocation. What does that even mean? So it simply means that, do you know, by the way, do you know that when Buhari was the president of Nigeria, the World Bank visited and they wanted, this is not loan, no, they wanted to give, what do you call that in aid to Nigeria. So they said they came with, I think, 180 million or thereabouts. It was meant to be aid. This is not loan, no, it wasn't loan. And Buhari called them and said, whatever they want to do for Nigeria, in the, like any aids they want to give to Nigeria, you want them to give it to the northern Nigeria, because northern Nigeria is poorer, is the poorest, is the place that needed more support. World Bank, he told them, go and Google that right now, Google it. What Buhari told World Bank. Yeah, he said every aid coming to Nigeria should be diverted to northern Nigeria, because that's where the poverty is. After 8 years of Buhari, this is what happened to northern Nigeria. After 8 years of Buhari, more people were killed in the north. More terrorist groups rose. More people were kidnapped. More people were displaced from their homes and their lands in northern Nigeria. And northern Nigeria became even poorer. I know the whole Nigeria became poorer after 8 years of Buhari, but guess what? The poverty in northern Nigeria skyrocketed. It became multi-dimensional when Buhari was there. Buhari, Pastor Ruga. You remember now, they said that Buhari will be fighting physical war with the terrorists. Pastor Ruga will be fighting spiritual war with the terrorists. Last, when the two of them were done, Nigeria was already in the hole to be buried. Then these criminals started promoting Muslim this, Muslim that. It was filled with hate, with hatred. It wasn't like saying, okay, Muslim is good, you know, Islamic is great, let us support. No. It was filled with hatred. Anybody against it, right, is enemy of, is our enemy. Is committing blasphemy. We must make sure that, no joke, people were being threatened. That if to say Mahmoud Yakubu announced, for example, Peter Obi as the winner, they will kill thousands of people. They did it in 2011. They did. 847 or so people were slaughtered across the Sharia north because Buhari lost to an infidel, Jonathan. It's on record. Go and Google it, search for it. Today, the same Arewa miscreants, Alimajiris, who now have the Shinko phones, Alimajiris on social media, who can now type in English. Some of them who got, you know, they are now typing. The North remembers. The North does not remember anything. They are now typing it on social media. The North remember. All this our suffering. The Southern Nigeria is not saying anything. A Yoruba man is not a Yoruba man, he's a Muslim. Muslim. That is what you sold yourselves in Northern Nigeria. If they had declared Peter Obi, oh dear. No joke. They would have killed thousands. Because these guys like Jingir actually told people that they must do everything. Do you think that it was only in Lagos that they were scaring the Igbos away? In Northern Nigeria, they were not just scaring not about the Igbos, so the infidels, the unbelievers. Don't come closer to the polo. If you come, we'll go kill you. But because majority of us have focused more on what was going on in the South, do you not notice that their usual the Kardashians, in all those Kardashian states, Katsina, Kano, Kaduna, they usually come up with 5 million votes, 6 million, 4 million. The Kardashians, they could not deliver their usual Kardashian vote this time around. Why? Because a lot of people were actually really scared away, and it was meant to be written. And that's what they did. So today, Jingiri and his likes are not taking responsibility to say, oh, we don't misfire. So they are grooming the people. They are grooming them, against the next one. Whatever you are going through right now, we want you to know that now the enemies of Muslim-Muslim Ticket, they are the ones making Nigeria ungovernable for thiefnubu. They are the ones who are, just so that you will hate Muslim-Muslim. He's been saying that every Friday. But it's just that they won't go viral. His videos won't go viral until when he had the Unyamiri, the main target. The Unyamiris, the Igbos are the main target, the easy target. Thiefnubu's policies have impoverished the people, the northerners, the southerners. These rogues are looting left, right, and center. The state governors are looting like money is going out of fashion. These clerics are unable to say the truth to them, but they are always looking for the easy target. The easy target. Here you get. And that's what they are doing right now. Grooming their people. The only time they will probably turn on us, the Yorubas, like Asari tried to do, is when thiefnubu failed to pay them. If thiefnubu failed to pay them, they will turn on the Yorubas too. Yariba, the Yaribas are the ones who are doing. They will turn on us because that's what they call us in the north. Yariba, the Yaribawas. All of this using religion to spread hate and hatred by people who are actually feeding off the palm of politicians. They are watching their people scrapping the whatever it is, the dump site to feed, robbing any truck that they can find just because they want to feed. They are not coming back to say, Omo, we regret this. So these people have disappointed us, they have failed us. It was the guy who told the youth that the youth should gather themselves and go after terrorists, since Nigeria can't go after them. He can't tell the government to go after terrorists. Now the youth should go after them.
Nakira, ka kowane gari, aje a shirya matasa, akalla su kai 500, su fita a rarraba su hanyoyi, su je su kamo 'yan kidnapper, su kamo bandit. Da ƙarfin Allah za ku yi, ko samarinmu banza ne. Shugaban sojojin Najeriya, da Allah samarinka su je su tare mana ƙasarmu da ƙarfin Ubangiji. Allah ya baka soja, Allah ya baka kyakkyawar magana, ka ce baka cikin masu kullawa Najeriya sharri. Sojojin Najeriya Allah ya muku albarka, yan sandan Najeriya Allah ya muku albarka, mu masu wa'azi Allah ya mana albarka, Allah zauna da ƙasarmu lafiya. Aje a kamo mabarnata, ku bi dukkan layuka, kar ku kwanta, kar ku.
It was the same guy who told them in August that after they gave him money, thiefnubu actually mobilized money and they paid these guys to go and tell their people that the End Bad Governance in Nigeria, slated for August, was being organized by the Igbos. I think we did a piece on that around that time. People who are spreading hatred, using religion, and the government, because the government of APC, Egbekegbe, enjoys this kind of division, these divisive rhetorics. That's why somebody like him is still walking about. That is why. Then you have the police who are also helping them to spread the other lies too. I found a video where Muiwa Adejobi or whatever his useless name is was telling people that, yeah, people were complaining about hardship. But some of you don't know that over 80 billion naira was shared to destabilize Nigeria using the End Bad Governance, but he couldn't present any evidence of that. I mean, you would expect that if a police officer comes around and say, oh, some people were trying to destabilize Nigeria. We found out that they spent 80 billion. Maybe you would expect them to present the evidence. But no. No evidence. Listen.
Let me use the case of the EndBadGovernance as a case study now. You know, we always get information. We always have intelligence. And I made a statement on behalf of the IGP that we got intelligence that this will come, foreign mercenaries will come, the same will be hijacked. People always think it's because of trust deficit. People always think we lie when we say certain things. You cannot claim to be more of a Catholic than the Pope. We have seen it, it's our own job. You go out, you do this, you defend your people, journalists write reports, medical doctors go, they carry out operations, procedures in the hospitals. Our own job is to analyze intelligence. Today alone, I received more than 10 intelligence that they've sent to me. Either from DSS, from our own intelligence department, or from DIA, all of them will send intelligence, and we process intelligence. We have a common hub, we have a common center, fusion center, in the office of the NSA that will analyze things every day. Mr. Shulab is part of some of these things. He is aware because he always comes as an ambassador to come and see certain things. Before I made a statement on the case of the invasion of the NSC, I was in the NSC office and they showed me the case file that a particular man, that man will declare wanted, that Andrew has done this, has done this, has done that. We went to the second floor of the NSC building. We actually struck. It's when we struck that even we were aware that NSC was not even control of that building. It is named Labour House, it's NSC building, but the NSC is still, I think somebody is still managing the building for them. So apparently the NSC president is not even aware of all his tenants. Before somebody got a job and was operating from here, somebody has been fingered in crises across about 7, 8, 9 countries across the world, particularly African countries. I told them that we're going to reveal certain things, but I think it's good for us when we get to court. Let's push all those evidence before the judge, not to be in the media for now. But we have content, and you notice that we kept on saying that we have credible evidence to nail them and to prosecute them. You people are trying to just protest, to express your feelings, tell the government how you feel. Why people are actually trying to capitalize on that and get money? And they actually got money. We're talking of $9 billion. Even you as you are seated, I'm sure you are not aware, probably because of that protest alone, people realize $1 billion and they actually disburse the money to cause chaos in Nigeria. Not only in Nigeria. We intercepted certain things, conversations that people were planted. You notice that in Kano, it is not a protest, violent streets. Because the person they gave money in Kano was to make sure there is bloodbath, not to even protest. In Maraba Yanya, 1 minute or 1 hour into the protest, they started burning stations, attacking, and marching inward. What God do you have that you want to go and face a battle virus and be stoning them? Somebody is carrying AK, you are carrying bottle. You should know it's for a purpose.
It is smoke Igbo.
When a police officer is comfortably passing on false information with confidence, no evidence, no nothing, it sort of irritates more than, I don't know how to describe how it makes people like us feel. In Nigeria, if you gather 4 people, 5 people, and you say, we no go agree, we no go agree, thiefnubu must go, thiefnubu must go, they will arrest you. And guess what they will charge you for? Not public disturbance or public disorderliness. They will charge you for treason. They will say you are trying to overthrow thiefnubu. 4 people, 5 people. They will begin to say that your intention is to go and burn station. They will say, you are throwing stones at police officers. They will make, in fact, they can gather guns and say, these are the guns that you have already acquired. Very dishonest people. People where they gather intelligence about protesters, they couldn't gather intelligence about the Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists, and all other terrorists operating in that contraption. They couldn't. Their intelligence doesn't work for that. their intelligence always work for protests. Because to them, if by any means protests should break out and tens of thousands of people should come out, that may be the end of this whole madness in that contraption. So that is why they have now criminalized civil protest, civil disobedience. Baba, now you go get to a station, they go tell you, say, we have evidence. You want to overthrow government. You be like, no, overthrow. No, we are just protesting. We have seen all your sponsors. The phone call you receive from Russia, all the people sponsoring you from UK, all of these people, we have evidence. You are going to jail. I be like, what? No, sir, no, sir. Say, you don't know. You are in big trouble. And if they charge you for treason in Nigeria, normal, na death sentence. So if you want to go and protest, and you know that if they catch you, they will charge you for treason, death sentence. And these guys, they are going to get to a stage where they're going to kill people. Yeah, they will kill people to serve as a deterrent to others. Here you get and say, what happened to the people they arrested for protests? They say, they don't kill them. Oh, the judge found them guilty of treason. Treason with flag and placard. They don't kill them. Oh, hey, wala deo. Like they not Korea. But they will never find intelligence reports on the Fulani terrorists. Never. They don't have any intelligence reports. NIA, CIA, DIA, MIA, MTN, Econet, all these people, DSS, they know they get intelligence reports on the Boko Haram terrorists that are murdering, killing soldiers. So then they kill them like chicken. There is no report on them. There is no intelligence report on them. It is only the protesters. The moment you say you want protest like this, so intelligence report. Intelligence report. We process it. We process everything. 9 billion naira. And this money, they move money to Baba. Terrorism industry in Nigeria is a multi-billion dollars industry as we speak. Terrorists, they collect ransom through bank. But there is no intelligence report that can get them. That weary, that Adejobi or whatever is the Muyiwa, that's what they do. On their own citizens, so they always have intelligence reports. You go do mistake, go do crowdfunding on social media. They have funded you. They are funding you from Iraq. They are funding you from Russia. They are funding you from China. You want to overthrow thiefnubu with flag and placard and your phone. Meanwhile, those who have the capacity to shoot down passenger jets, terrorists, Fulani terrorists in Niger State, they took over the biggest, not just biggest, in fact, the largest Nigerian military training ground in Niger State, Kotangora, and they've taken it over now for the past 4 days. Intelligence report no show them that. There is no intelligence DSS report that said, this Fulani terrorists, they are coming to take over the biggest training center of military right now. It is something else. Mashu. Well, there could be a bit of a relief for the people of the north. I saw them yesterday when the electricity got restored in Kaduna, in Bauchi, in Jos. And then I don't know if they've restored it in almost everywhere right now, but this was them celebrating it last night. That thank God, they have restored electricity. Here, I think I have a copy of, I think I did, or did I not? Okay. Give me a sec. That should pop up. Right. Celebrating the return of electricity after 14 days. And guess who bombed the power transmission, cable and the rest of that to the northern part of Nigeria, the same homegrown terrorists of northern Nigeria. NEPA, NEPA. They've not had electricity for days, for weeks, 2 weeks. Because some terrorists bombed the power cable that was transferring power to their place. And they will not allow them to fix it until they have to bring in the Air Force, the soldiers, the police, the vigilantes. They brought almost a contingent of people to come and stay with the engineers that will fix the light. Now, we do not know how long it's going to last, because they can bump it again in another few days. I'm not wishing it for you. A young man went back to his farm, in northern Nigeria, okay? This video you're about to watch is that of a man that believes that people need to go back to the farm. Okay, and going back to the farm means you need to go and grow your own food there, right? So he went and they cultivated a large, space of land to grow food, only for him to go back there a few weeks later. And he found out that young children have been illegally mining tin ore from the land. It is the situation of the North right now. It's a sad one, but it should be told. The story has to be told.
My heart is heavy and troubled as I show you this morning. I don't please show them what is happening. We just discovered that part of our land. We came to the other wing. If you zoom in, that is the main side. Those are, you can see part of the cow and everything there. But if you look at it, look around here. Look at what's happening. These are illegal miners that came to the farm. We didn't know just the last couple of days, last 2 or 3 days, and they have been coming here to extract tin. And just look at what they have done. Come on, look at what they have done to people, to farmers. What farmers are cultivating. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, these are the things we're talking about. If you don't give these people jobs, this is exactly what they are going to be doing everywhere they go to. They will destroy land, destroy the ability of us to do agriculture the way we should. Look at what they are doing. Look at the whole of this place. And then, this is how conflict starts. You can see the way they are messing up the land already. This is how conflict starts. And look at this. Look at this farm here. Look at this beans. In the name of extracting solid minerals, look at what they are doing to this farm. This soya beans, maize and soya beans. They've messed up the maize already. The man is here to harvest. They've messed up the maize. And then look at the beans. Look at the beans. Look at it. Look at what these young people are doing. Very risky. And I thought they can have a look at under this. There's one of the places. So come exactly. Come and look at it. Look at under. Look at this thing. This thing is capable of, it can collapse. And somebody is underneath it. And the head is very deep already. What is happening to our country? We need to get to that point where we ask ourselves a very clear question. And the question will be simple. Very simple. If we invest in our people, we will not destroy our land. If we invest in our people, we will not destroy our land. I'm going to get in touch with the Federal Ministry of, I'm going to get in touch with my friend Kem and the Federal Ministry of Mines. And I'll tell them, I think it's tin they are mining here. This tiny tin. I'll send out the picture so that they can come and see what they can help us do here, because I can't afford people to come here and begin to destroy our land that we're supposed to use for farming. Look at irrigation farming. We are not digging the soil to get water for irrigation. What are we doing? We're digging the soil to destroy it. Tiring. Nigeria can crack this place. Somebody can fall here now. Oh.
The poverty is so huge that children are going about looking for any mineral resource that they can find, anywhere. And the moment they find, if he actually shared a big picture, but the picture also contained the pictures of the children. So I can't share that with you. I should have even like probably brought that pictures to you so that I can just take off the head of the children and show their body. But these were naked children mining tin ore. Do you see how they dug the land? Do you see the digging there? That is what most part of northern Nigeria has now become now. Poverty. Children that are supposed to be in school. You find them in different mining field, illegal mining of anything and everything in northern Nigeria today. The reason why you have this escalated terrorism too. Should I say if? No. You see that guy? In another 1 or 2 weeks, interested terrorist or terror group may take over the entire place. They will provide guns and ready that anybody that tries to come to that place will be shot. And then you see children there mining, looking for tin ore that they can take to the Chinese and collect small money so that they can feed. Do you see how they are destroying the land here and there? That is the story of northern Nigeria today. It reminded me of this guy. I wish he had his way, but Yakubu said no. The day Tinubu went to Kano, this young man made this video. I don't know where he is now, though.
But Tinubu, if you are giving money to northern governors, I want to advise you to please keep your money and stop giving it to them, because they are not succeeding in convincing northerners that you are competent and you have any plan for the north. Of course, you don't have any plan for the north. You went to Kano, you told Kano people that you went there to dance. The whole of Kano, the most densely populated state in the whole of Africa, you are telling them you just go there to dance. You don't have any plan for them. So we are not comfortable with you. You went to Bauchi, you only danced. You couldn't speak up your mind. You couldn't express yourself. You couldn't point out your plans for them. You couldn't even bring any policy, plan, blueprint. You don't have anything for us. We are not going to vote for you. So these governors are not succeeding in convincing northerners to vote for you. Even though you have picked up a Muslim as your running mate, even if you are to pick our most respected Muslim personality, somebody of, permit me to say, His Royal Highness, our father, Sultan Abubakar of Sokoto, even if you are to pick him, I know he's not going to accept being your running mate, he's too big for that. Even if you pick somebody of that caliber, we are still not going to vote for you. Because we don't believe in Tinubu. If you are given money.
Unfortunately. Sorry about that. I was meant to have hang on.
Wike is building mansions for judges. This is a man who has been severally accused of trying to put judges in his front pocket. Same Wike has his cousin in
I'll come back to that. I was going to put up the clip of Tinubu. If you all remember, I'll keep reminding you though, Tinubu didn't win any election to be your president. Okay, he did not win any election. If they put together all of the Tinubu's vote with all his billions that he spent, Tinubu cannot get up to 2 million votes all over Nigeria. He lost Lagos, he lost Kano, he lost Kaduna, he lost Katsina, he lost Rivers, he lost where I'm picking up the major areas. So here you get now. But with Yakubu, they were able to rig him in. And that is why Tinubu does not need your election again. So in Kano, when he was in Kano that year, last year.
Nigeria to Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Today I've come home to Kano. All I want to do is dance. I want music. God will give you albarka. I will give your family peace and harmony. I will serve you. Serve Nigeria. I kept my promise. Always. Always. God bless you. Thank you.
Nagode Kano. And all of that dance. Something like that. A year and a half after that, everyone is feeling it. And this is just the beginning.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Somehow, the National Economic Council of Nigeria, they have advised Tinubu not to go on a coalition or coalition course with the Northern Nigeria. It's not going to end well, they said. So therefore, his tax reform bill, which passed first reading yesterday, has been withdrawn. Yeah, you know, the North they've been everywhere saying, we are the poorest, we are the most affected by this your policy. You cannot continue to tax us. We do not want this. So the news is that Tinubu will be withdrawing that bill for now. He wants to consult further. So probably just to douse the tension. I can't give them a bad surprise later. So that's what the news said, okay? And also, at the same time, the Akpabioli's Senate, as well as Tajuddin's House of Reps, they have adjourned their sitting till the 19th of November. So maybe by the time they come back, the news that says that Tinubu will withdraw the tax reform bill would have become stale. By then, some of you won't even have any strength to read the news when the breaking news will say Tinubu's bill has been passed. And then we now unleash their own vuvuzela on you. They will continue to tell you that it has been amended. It has been una go pay. But before Akpabioli and his gang left, this is the memory they left behind. The straining of Bianca that caused a little bit of ferocous in the house. This particular part. Watch.
Suddenly behind you, and they can attest to your character, your integrity, and your ability to serve your nation. So let me hear from your maternal home, the Civil Senator Ositango.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues.
Is it paternal home?
Both.
Oh, both paternal and maternal. Okay.
Mr. President, the beautiful nominee standing before us.
I said restrict yourself.
It is in the
CV. Forget
Mr. President.
Forget this word beautiful. I said restrict yourself.
It's in the CV, sir.
Restrict yourself. She didn't put in the CV that she's beautiful. Yeah, is that what she put? Where?
It's in the CV.
Where? The CV says beautiful Bianca.
Mr. President, Bianca, Olivia, Odinaka Chukwu, Odumegwo Chukwu is my sister from Ngwo, the local government of Enugu State. Mr. President, a golden fish have no hiding place. And that is why the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria went and brought this woman who is very passionate about our country, who is very committed to see the growth of this nation, who will give all that is within her reach to make sure that this country gets to a greater height. Mr. President, you see, when Mr. President announced the nominees and put them in ministries where they are going to serve, it makes everything easier for us. Because she is posted to where she has absolute confidence and competence, where she is going to make a huge impact to this country. She's a lawyer and also a professional in diplomacy.
The sergeant at arms, give her a seat.
Mr. President, who else?
Give her a seat. Sit down and jot down. Sit down, sit down. Sit down.
I can stand, sir.
No, we don't want any disaster here.
No, I will stand, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So if you are sure.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. Mr. President, who else can serve in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, if not somebody with this qualification? We call her Adeje Jemba. She's from my town, married to Neu, and that's why I also went to Neu to marry my own wife back as a favor. We don't need to say more than what my brothers from Anambra State have said, because our screening is to confirm the competence of the nominees. And everybody in this hallowed chamber agrees that Bianca is competent and agrees that the portfolio assigned to her is where she has already excelled and performed creditably. What we are hoping is that as soon as she takes over her office, changes will come, positive changes. So, Mr. President, we thank the President once more for giving us opportunity. We had a Minister of Foreign Affairs from my town before, in the name of Dubem Onya. She is going to be the second Minister of Foreign Affairs from our community. And we always know how to perform. Mr. President, we just wish her the best. Remember, she is supposed to be a member of this Senate. If not that, she ran for Senate before. If not for the way it went, she's supposed to be sitting here in this hallowed chamber, screening other nominees. It means that she has a qualification and competence. She understands what we do here. So as a colleague that I see her as, because she contested, I think it is the right thing. Having noted her competence and qualifications, we will have to tell her, with your kind permission, Mr. President, that Bianca should actually bow and go and do her work. Thank you, Mr. President.
That is the memory left behind by the Akpabiole. Did you see them drilling over her? And there were some of them even taking pictures, videos of her. Like, oh, she's stunning. She's so beautiful. She's this. Oh, she's... I think she is. And these rabid dogs, overfed pigs in the National Assembly couldn't keep it within themselves at least, So she got passed. Similarly, the House of Representatives, they had a face-off. A committee of House of Representatives, they had a face-off with Devulumai. Remember that one too. Now they are on recess. Okay? But before they went on their recess, they demanded that Oledepo's Kenal, I don't know why I keep calling him anyway, it's intentional, so man, no pretend anyway. So yeah, Oledepo's winners and their private hairstrip has also caused problems. It caused problems which they haven't concluded. Because the House of Representatives guys were like, if they gave Oyedepo his own private airstrip very soon, the likes of Jingiri, Osama bin Gumi, and the likes from northern Nigeria, they will demand for their own private airstrip too. So if the terrorists can't get their own airstrip, you know what will be transacted, Abi? Waiting could they fly in and fly out of Nigeria, Abi? Good. So, but the remembrance, or something you will remember of, is the response that Devulumayi gave to the House Committee probing the 300 billion naira paid to his ministry, supplementary budget last year. So, Devulumayi said he will give account of what he used the money for, but not without throwing his usual jibe, like Were Wike. This too is part of the last moment of the before they all went on their recess, and they will return back on the 19th of November. Devulumayi's response to that man who said, "Don't try me. Don't try."
Because nobody can talk to me like that in my presence. It's not possible. Number two, it was to discuss the budget 2025 of FEMA. And he went into the job of Senate Committee and House Committee on Works. And it's very unfortunate. What he gathered, he thought possibly working with some contractors who are not happy with the reform in the Ministry of Works. He thought I was going to be removed. And so his anger is, why was I not removed? Because that's the basic reason to have veered off totally from the issues he called for discussion. And his type is very damaging to the very wonderful institution of the National Assembly, especially the 10th National Assembly. For the respect of Mr. Speaker, and of course the Senate President, and the National Assembly institution that I belong to, I will refrain myself from joining issues with him. He said, I have failed. And if a blind man is to assess you, your gaze is as good as mine. Because if he has no knowledge of anything, then his knowledge becomes his God. So I will not join issues with him. But no one in life ever said that I failed. And I've never failed in anything I'm involved in. And if he likes, he should go and check my pedigree from the day I graduated and my pedigree in the university as a businessman before I became party chairman, deputy governor, senator, and minister now. I believe that God has to be with him to attain half of what I've attained in life. And so I will not join issues with him because I have very tremendous respect for Mr. Speaker and the National Assembly. But I will try to put, some clarification. He said I was involved in less priority issues in Ministry of Works. Yes, he's right, because he sounded as if he was representing the contractors. And what were the issues in Ministry of Works? The issue of variation on price, VOP. And that was a very terrible program that was, eroding the little resources we put in the budget to do projects. Before we came on board, there were these issues of variation on price there were this issue of CPI, that is a foreign exchange differential. Some contractors were claiming them. Essentially, two of them are the same. But that less priority that he thought about was that we stop them. And we have no regret stopping them. There's no reason why we should award projects in the month of October, and in the month of November, you are asking us to pay variation on price. So we refuse to do that. There's no reason why you're given a project and you're paid mobilization, and you still want us to pay you a variation on the amount of mobilization we have paid to you. That may be what he thought is less priority, and so on and so forth. And let me say to him that the projects Mr. President inherited was a total of 2,604 projects. As at May 29, 2023, total cost was 13 trillion. That's what the president inherited. And a debt to contractors of 1.6 trillion. And when you look at the variation by reason of the obvious subsidy removal, by the reason of the floating of the dollar, you'll find out that if you review all these projects, you will see that you will get over 19 trillion, the total ongoing projects. And Mr. President did what no any other president did. He manifested all the projects in 2024 budget with the hope to give him time to look for resources, including loans, to do these projects. I wasn't in that meeting, and there is no way I was going to complain of resources to fix our roads, because Mr. President has given very special attention to Ministry of Works. He has paid so much attention to the sufferings of Nigerians, vis-a-vis the road situation. And that's why in 2023 supplementary, he approved 300 billion to take care of a number of palliatives. And I know the chairman of FEMA also mentioned it. By next week, we are going to publish what success we've achieved in those 300 billion projects. We used it to procure over 330 roads, palliatives, and bridge repairs, which were properly procured and properly executed. Today, we have achieved.
So we shall wait for Devolumai to publish those 330 roads that is spending 300 billion on. Anyway, let's go to River State. There is this rumor that Fubara has shut down the oil flow from the rivers, oil blocks and all of that, but that has come back to be not true. Okay, it's not true. However, he celebrated his escape from being impeached by Werewike when they started the crisis last year. He celebrated a year of surviving Werewike, possibly a year of cutting up whatever the deal he had with Werewike, because this is October. That simply means that 5 months after Fubara was paying whatever it was to Werewike, 5 months after he took over power, he stopped and the Wahala started. Some said that he actually stopped 3 months into his government, May 29, 2023. And by August 2023, they started having crises. They started having problems. So Werewike started mobilizing to get him removed. However, he sort of played them to the point that immediately after the Supreme Court confirmed him as the governor, he just stopped paying. So he was in a church to celebrate that. He can't be removed. And he said, Were Wike is the loser. That all this judgment of trying to stop the allocation of river states, he won't stop paying his own contractors. He will not stop paying salaries. And he would not stop paying the local government workers. I don't know where he's going to see the money from. However, they are in court. So Fubara, in a celebratory mood, yesterday, had this to say. The first part, please. And also, meanwhile, before we even go to that, have you liked the broadcast yet? No, if you haven't, please do, okay? Our backup channel is also up and running right now. I've joined into this stream, so you can go check it out. So if you haven't really subscribed yet to our backup channel, Mayegun's Diary Premium, I would advise you to please do so now. Let me show you. If you're searching for it, the Mayegun's Diary Political Premium, here. Search for it, subscribe to it. We are currently at 1,258 or so. So we are going to 2,000, but I don't know when we're going to get to that. If you don't subscribe now, please. We are also about 140 or thereabouts, 130 to 100,000 subscribers on Mayegun's Diary Political. If you have not subscribed onto Mayegun's Diary Political, please do now, right? Yeah, that's the premium. Mayegun's Diary Political. Mayegun's Diary Premium. That's our backup channel. And let's go to River States. Fubara.
Ladies and gentlemen, please just permit me that I had a reason for asking them to remove the podium so that you understand that I'm standing here because of you. It is not the same over there. That is the truth. If you were not with us, if you have not stood with us, I won't be here at this hour. A lot of you might not understand what happened on the 30th of October, the year of our Lord, 2023. It was an assassination to the people of River State, indirectly assassination to me. They can't kill every one of you, but they need to kill one person so that everybody will be prepared dead. But somehow, somewhere, by the special grace of God, and the God that we are thanking today, He turned, see why I said, I'm not to take my son. What they meant for evil, God turned it to good. I just want to say that we have journeyed so far. We have taken the most difficult part of this struggle. There is nothing that is happening now that is not some anthem. I want you to know that. So you need to praise up strong. Nothing has happened. We're still complete. We're still in. Let me tell you, they said we were not going to last for 1 week. We're here. We've done 1 year plus. We're also praying for They said those Buccaneers will not leave as local government chairman. Today, we have the local government chairman. They said commissioners should resign immediately so that we'll be crippled. Today, we have more than 23 commissioners. They said they are not going to do anything We want to frustrate them in the program in UST. They said, we are going to make them not succeed. By the special grace of God, we are backed up projects about touching the life of this guy. We didn't end there. We have shown prudence that we are not here to steal your money, that we are here to give accountability. And to yesterday, you saw it. It was declared by River State. Transparency and accountability kept them in #1 position. Now ask the question, who is the winner? Who is the winner? So I tell you, this evening, we are here to tell God, to appreciate God. God, the way you did it 1 year ago, we know you're going to do it again for us. So you don't need to bother about the stories that are in social media. That one is in the midst of your trouble. By tomorrow, I'm still going to pay my contractors. By tomorrow, those of you that have not gotten your salary, you already pay salary, you are allowed to also get to you. Local government chairman, you have your jack, your money is coming to your accounts. I ask you again, who is the loser? Who is the loser? We are not doing lecture here to celebrate loss, failure. We are praising God because He's taking us to a higher position. So, you see the reason why we need to be happy. You see the reason why we choose today to celebrate the goodness of God in our state and in our life. You can't thank Him enough. That my sister said something. Count your blessings. I just named a few of them here. What else can be ascribed to success when your enemy is around you and you're still winning? That is the success. To make a promise to you that will continue to defend and protect the interests of the United States genuinely. And we're not going back on that. We will do it. We'll follow it. With your support, we will journey to the end. God has never said it's going to be easy. Even when God prepared a beautiful table before His favorite son, He also told him that this table I'm preparing is before your enemy. So let us know that the enemy is there. But that notwithstanding, our cup. Because we are the people of peace. If there's any advantage that was taken, it is because of our genuineness of peace. The preacher said something about peace. We went to Abuja, and Mr. President, knowing the importance of peace, River State, they brought out some conditions. We came back here in this state. First, we did everything that has to do with those conditions. We went to court immediately. We drew our matters. And you call yourself honorable when you cannot even obey simple instruction. You say, well, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. It was because we withdrew our matter. Even the matter you filed, and we said we don't want to continue. You took advantage.
He's coming out of his shell, little by little, little by little. He's with a weakest nemesis. And some people said that the whole bone of contention here, it's not about the money. It's no longer about the money. It's not about what Fubara was supposed to pay that he is not paying. Sure, you get, it's no longer about that anymore. It is now about 2027. what would Werewike use as his bargaining chip to remain relevant to Tinubu? What? The local government is gone. The state is gone. Right? And it's just a matter of time before those who are still hanging around him, they will kind of like leave him. So this whole fight now is about the 2027 for Werewike. How is he going to use Rivers State as his bargaining chip? How? And that's why I kept telling those who are still listening to him that, remember that I am with Tinubu. We control the INEC. We control this, we control that, okay? So don't worry. Let them have their field day. I will get the state back and I will give it to whoever I want again. And that is why some of them are still hanging around him. It's not about those judges and judgments and all that alone. Sure, you get. It is the fact that Werewike go feel pull them off. Abi Tinubu that will be struggling for his own survivor would still want to stick around with Werewike. Politics now. This is politics, okay? In case if you don't understand. Fubara continued. Like I said, he's coming out of his shell. I don't know. I kind of like it. What I don't like is their blasphemy. They love to call on God. God this, God that. These are pure unbelievers, criminals. But you know something? The people that would defend Fubara, it's not because they like Fubara. It is because somehow people want to see karma happen in their lifetime. And Werewike's corp has run over enough that people believe that his own karma is Fubara. And to them, Fubara is doing well. Yeah? Let him finish.
Fire. And we said we don't want to continue. You took advantage of it and went and got judgment. But you claim. Is it not fraud? You ought not to come out and talk to people and people listen to you because it shows that you're not vulnerable. As a vulnerable person, I acted as a vulnerable man, believing that the agreement should be what we should strengthen. And I came and I complied. When I discovered that I was being ambushed, not by the person who initiated the peace, but people who believe that they are smart, that you know the wiseness of no matter what you call yourself, it's foolishness before God. That is why he says those other things that they are looking for to make them feel they are coming back to life, we will not do it. I don't want to call the name, but we will not do it. So let me see how they will come to life when we don't do it. So please, I thank every one of you. This night, just like the preacher said, is a night that God has declared. It's going to be peace. We are taking off from this arena to a greater height of peace in the state. That is the truth. Because our heart genuinely is for peace. And we'll get that peace in a way, in a manner that only God said alone will give it to us. So that celebration and honor, adoration will also go back to him because he has shown that it is him alone that is above everyone. So be strong. Nothing has happened. In the local palace, people used to say, nothing mega. So there's nothing mega. Huh? I key into the peace. And I just want to say that peace will definitely reign in Rivers State so that the wishes of everybody, a better Rivers State, will be attended to. I had a reason for breaking this event here before I close. This facility was built by one of our foremost governors. I think so. And you can see that for how many years this thing is still the way it is, strong. If I thought there's any issue, maybe little touch. These are people who came in and believed that they will do things for Rivers State that will stand the test of time. And I want to say that it is only a few of the governors after that time that have done things like this, that are standing the test of time. My promise to everyone, the Rivers people, is our administration will do things that will stand the test of time. No matter what it is, we will continue to do those things that even when we leave, people will see it and say, yes, it is done for the good, not for personal interest. Not doing the road because I have a farm. Not expanding the road because I have a business interest along the streets. But I mean, doing things that even when we leave, there's one hymn who said, what will be remembered? So please, I want your support to make sure that what you want for Rivers State, we will do it for Rivers State. Let me thank the organizers, the SLG, for putting this very special praise and worship together. Honestly, when I came in here, the Spirit of God took over everything. It made me start looking more beautiful than my wife. So you can see that that is the most important thing is being in the presence of God. And because
it is smoke Igbo, it is take Indian.
It is smoke Igbo. Because of our time, let's move on. Okay. To the next thing. What's that next thing? I saw another clip. Or which one should come first now? Okay, I think it's this solely. After the news of the judgment, with the weakest judge judgment that they should withhold the allocation of River States. So I saw this guy singing. They said they are the Noge or NU, no, I don't know. They are sharp from River State, sharp. Their reaction.
There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggle for our members, there is victory for us. Forward ever, backward. Struggle for our member, there is victory. Forward ever, backward never. In the struggle for our member, there is victory.
Workers United.
And never be defeated.
Workers.
Soweto, Africa, Soweto. Forward ever, backward never. Our weary. Anyway, it's all in solidarity with Fubara, according to them. Okay. Now, there is this presser. Or which one should we go first? The motivational speaking from Peter Obi, speaking to the men in black, the most corrupt police force in the entire world. by the rating of, Fitch. Obi was giving motivational speeches to the Nigerian policemen. I think you should listen. They all listen with rapt attention. I'm like, I wish they could listen, really, like act upon it, but they won't.
Not be able to commend you people or thank you people for what you're doing, but I can tell you, we are all very, very appreciative of what you're doing for the country. And I'm appreciative of what you did. Like I've come to talk to the family. We are one family. You know, families disagree. Families disagree. Like I've just told all of them, I disagree with my people, my wife, my children, and we sit down and decide. The reason why I came to this office today is to start that reconciliation, because party exists to help in the political process. Our quarreling does not affect the price of garri or affect the price of beans, anything which the people want us to fight for. So we should not put our energy in disagreeing with each other. People are losing, millions of Nigerians don't know where the next meal will come from. Mothers are in hospital without knowing how to pay their bill. That's what concerns us. Not this about. And not bringing you people out from your office to come where there's party meeting. No. There's a better thing, because you're doing a great work for the country. It shouldn't be. We will take it up. That's why I came out today. So I thank you people. And I will also, you are the member. Are you? I'll see you. So please, sorry, I'm sure we'll make sure that we don't bring you out. We want to bring you out in something that is better, where we are talking about your welfare, the future of your children, the future of everybody. I always tell people it is important where we build schools, where your children, my children are in the same school. My mother's driver and me, the children of my mother's driver and me went to the same school. They were actually bright. And that's what we want to do. We want a better Nigeria, where people will be happy to live and live their life, especially the poor, feel their children can become anything.
It's motivating them. Policemen will be say, normal, if nobody say now be. They just want me to finish waiting they talk and tell them they are being roger them. You know what I mean? Like he has to roger them and give them something. Nigeria Police Force. Forward, never. Backward, ever. That's actually what the song in that contraption sounds like, or the action that people take in that contraption. That's what it sounds like. Forward, never. Backward, ever. For the victory. Ish. Because what do you think is going to be the situation when these guys met and they said they had the governors forum in Nigeria and they are comfortable with what Tinubu is doing? What kind of song do you think you have to sing for them? Forward, never. Oh, please, we, members
of the Nigerian Governors Forum that are meeting held today deliberated on issues affecting the country. The forum received a presentation from the African Medical Center of Excellence, funded by Afrexim Bank, a world-class hospital, and specialized techniques and latest and modern equipments to be managed by first-class medical experts in special areas for treatment on oncology, cardiovascular issues, hematological cares, and other comprehensive general medical checks. So, and the governors committed to supporting Afrexim Bank for this initiative. They are going to work with King's College Hospital, London, and it's going to be a referral center of excellence for all medical challenges. We also received the Chief Executive Officer of NPC, who briefed us on the total subsidy removal and the challenges facing the corporation and his plans to alleviate the sufferings of our people occasioned by the increase in pump prices. We saw with him and also interrogated some of the presentations he made. It is our hope that things are going to be better any moment from now. We sympathize with our people. We know that there is hardship in the country. We also appreciate the reforms being carried out by the president. Our prayer is that as soon as possible, that the relief we are looking for should come, so that we can begin to leverage on the benefits of the reforms and then have a better Nigeria. The Director General, the new Director General of the Department of Security Service, also briefed us on new strategy to stop the rate of insecurity, all the security challenges in the country, and how to fight cases of kidnapping, banditry, and activities of unknown gunmen. And we also committed to giving him support and to close the rank, a very proper and better synergy, working at the Subnational to ensure that Nigeria is secured, the environment is safe, for not only the government, but also the private sector to do their businesses. We will collaborate with them. The Office of the National Security Advisor appointed a director to liaise with the state governments for closer relationships. She also appeared before us, spoke very eloquently, presented her plans, and we committed to also working with her. I think things are getting better every day. We pray that with all these arrangements in place, the cost of living will come down. The cost of doing businesses in Nigeria will also come down and become more affordable. So Nigerian Governors Forum, we are also committed to supporting Mr. President and ensure that the interests of our people are properly protected. And it is our belief that Nigeria is a great country, and anything that will bring or cause unity among our people, our citizens, should be discouraged. We need to be united as a people. We need to support the government. We need to work for the interests of our people and our national interests also protected. So we should have hope. Under the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, supported by both the subnational government and all of us as citizens, there will be no better security than us being united, working together as a people, and believing in our country. Yes, I think it's okay. That's it.
Yes, listen. What are some of the specifics that the NNPC GMA said regarding subsidy removal? Because as we speak, we still have the queues, despite the fact that the prices are high.
It is something that is being looked up. If you look at the news, you see that the Dangote refinery has come up with also capacity to supply products. I don't think that you or me will be happy as a Nigerian, an OPEC member, producing crude oil, relying on importation for our people to make use of petroleum products. So we must encourage the homegrown solution that the president just introduced. Encouraging Dangote refinery, we should repair our Port Harcourt refinery, repair our Warri refinery, repair our Kaduna refinery, and then produce what we eat and eat what we produce. We shouldn't rely on importation of fuel. For me, it is an aberration, an issue, to rely on importation of petroleum products as an oil-producing country. Which other member of OPEC country of our status is not refining crude oil in their country? So we shouldn't encourage that. I think I want to support buying petroleum product in Naira, buying crude oil in Naira, refining it. If you refine petroleum products locally, you create jobs for our people. You will cure unemployment. You will keep people busy. You will reduce crime. And then you will also be proud to answer an oil-producing nation.
Excellency, we saw the former vice president working.
Yes, he led the African bank team that came with the hospital.
Àsìkò òǹgbẹ lọ́tún lósì ẹ̀mí òsì káàrẹ̀ Jagaban Karim. Àsìkò òǹgbẹ lọ́tún lósì.
Jagaban Karim. The likes of hopeless Uzodimba, hopeless Uzodinjo. We continue to tell you to to be patient with the Renew Hope agenda of thiefnubu. Mukuna, be patient. What are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Protest? I don't think so. Now, away from that, okay, I do have a few other stuff to share. However, my time is almost up. So here, Donyoku Igbe has finally met with thiefnubu inside the ass old rock. So he was there today on the invitation of the Koolu. I probably do not have a clue of what they discussed or not. Sure you get. So he what's that his name? Reno Mokri. And who else again? The other one. Elayin Guru. Bulaba. Daniel Bulaba. So who also kind of had a handshake with Koolu. So I hope they can find something for Dr. Okuigbe. He has done well in all this while to try to make all of you, especially you, the obedient, to understand that politics for these guys is a job. Not just that. I also found this today. This is from the House of Assembly members in Ekiti State who are going to Canada. And they had to write a letter to the Ekiti in Canada to look forward to hosting them as they come with, some of them are coming with their spouses, okay? Because they want to come and learn traditional, okay, I'm going to say, this is to inform you that members of Ekiti State House of Assembly and officials, led by the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Adeoye Stephen Aribasoye, will be leading to attend an executive legislative leadership retreat scheduled to hold in November 2024 in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Africa Wahala, Eko Alejo, Eko Julono. The retreat aims to equip the legislators with the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively navigate the complexities of policy implementation challenges, whatever that means. What does that even mean? As part of our visit, the House intends to have a courtesy visit to the Ekiti Association, Canada, to meet with the members of Ekiti in diaspora. This will be able to foster cultural development and share experience that can promote Ekiti State and good governance for the benefit of our people. Oh dear God, God is so patient. We kindly request that you give us a date and time between 13th November 2024 and 20th November 2024. Ekiti, Canada. We look forward to a positive response and the opportunity to have an exclusive meeting with Ekiti to promote and sustain Ekiti cultural heritage through educational and socio-cultural programs. Find attached the list of delegation. So Honorable Aribasoye, Speaker. Mrs. Aribasoye Adenike, wife. Honorable Ige Tolulope Michael, Ekiti Southwest. Mrs. Ige, Okwemipo, spouse, wife. Honorable Okuyiga Adefeju, that one no get wife. Honorable Olowo Okere Bosede Yinka, maybe that one a woman, so she no get husband. Honorable Yorinde Ebenezer, Honorable Fawekun Abiodun, Honorable Alaja Ogunlade, that one no carry her husband go. Honorable Agumbiade Karim, Honorable Awoniyi Jacob, Honorable Bode Adeoye, Honorable Idowu Lawrence, Honorable Jamiu Akim, Akonle Latif, Fatunla Babafemi, Fatunla Keyede, that one carrying wife. Ikole one. Jamiu Modupe Aisha, that one no carry her husband though. So Honorable Lunge, Angono, sorry. No, spouse. So if I say Fatunla na 2 wives, that one get to. That one carry 2 wives. Abi na my eyes they pain me. Mrs. Jamiu Modupe Aisha, Mrs. Fatunla Kende, if I say na 2 wives, that one carry you. Anyway, Lunge Temi Tokpe, that one also carry Mrs. Lunge Okpeyemi. Odebumi Idowu, Ojo Martins, Adigbite Ayodeji, then Mrs. Ayodeji, Abi Taleleyi. No, sorry. That one deputy clerk. Okay. Mrs. Ola Eunice, Mr. Ayodele. They won't go Canada, go learn about how to make Ekiti cultural heritage. Also, the Nigerian police have arrested or detained very dark man because he did a video where he called himself ASP. Yeah, wearing police uniform. So he got invited. And upon honoring that invitation, the police have detained him. Aber alone. Meanwhile, Bobrisky is in London. Why did he try to escape through Semeboda before? Bobrisky will get a visa to London. Why did he have to go and smuggle himself through Semeboda to be arrested? So now Bobrisky is in London. Very dark man is in a police cell. Aber alone. See, I'm going to see you all later. It's an interesting evening that I would probably have loved to take calls, right? Make I take calls. Because I'm planning to go and grill. I'm planning to go and grill my fish, right? Because I'm cooking tomorrow. So if I finish early, I can go and grill my fish, my catfish, okay? And then I can just cook first thing in the morning. But it's already late, so I can't grill. What do you think? Take calls or just go to bed? Right. So we're going to see again tomorrow. It's the end of the month, by the way. From tomorrow, a segment of Mayegun's Diary political broadcast is being sponsored by a business entity, which I am going to introduce to you tomorrow. Okay. So I think about 15 minutes of a segment of Mayegun's Diary political. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. So, happy new month in advance, or should I wait till tomorrow to say that, right? Anyway, let me go, okay? Thank you so much, everyone. You should know something before I go. Let me say this. Every time I tell people that I want to go and cook, some people will be like, now you did cook. Let me tell you. The issue is this. If you are a man that was raised by a woman, and you are like I was raised in Ijebu, and you have to cook your own meal, like learn how to cook, and you become very good in cooking. There is no way any woman can really cook for you. Yeah, you can have your lazy time, or lazy time when you can be like, I'll just let them cook for me and eat. But if you eat my food, right, you will understand why I don't think any woman can really cook for me, except on my lazy day when I just want to lazy about. Here you get. So that is why I would rather do my cooking. And I dedicate a lot of time doing that, like specialty, like a special one. I am planning to have Mayegun's Diary. No, not Mayegun's Diary. Anyway, it's called Mayegun's Kitchen. I'm planning to have, a restaurant in Glasgow, a special one. That every time all of you come to Glasgow and you come to my restaurant, right, I'll cook for you. Yeah, it will be me mixing the whole thing. I say, I want this. Did Mayegun prepare that food? They say, no, it was prepared by Mayegun. I say, okay, now I'll pay. I am going to have my own kitchen in Glasgow next year. I'm working on it. So I'm also planning to actually go and get this culinary, training, just kind of to get the certificate. Because they're not going to teach me how to make my own, my normal proper food, But I need this certificate so that I can be certified as somebody who can start a kitchen in Glasgow. It's going to be lovely. Anyway, just so you know, I'll see you again tomorrow. Before you go, please like the broadcast, share it. And yeah, we'll have another time the next time we see. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary political. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n ní.